Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Once again today I'm working on techniques with the cane. This time I'm using the wooden cane, and again I remove the tip so it doesn't go flying when I hit the bag. Now yesterday I concentrated on using the forehand strike. Now I said only the wrist moves, but in point of fact the wrist moves a little bit as the elbow is actually still, but I call it wrist because doing that alone just isn't enough for me and I have to add a tiny little bit of movement into my wrist, but the elbow remains relatively straight. It's a minimal movement, we can agree on that. Today, I'm concentrating on the exact opposite, the backhand. And again, the wrist moves a little bit, the elbow still. It's a minimal movement or a big long movement. Now the whole idea when I'm striking into here is the minimal movement actually aims past the bag, and the bag simply gets in the way like that. I'm striking here, like that. Same thing on this side from here. In the fourth grip, just comes out and back, out and back. So the bag gets in the way. Now, I prefer a hammer grip. There are various ways to grip it, but because this is a piece of wood, not a balanced piece of metal, I grip it like a hammer. That's my own personal preference. Now when I'm striking and it's just a minimal movement, like that. Very simple. Now if I want to do a big wind up, then I put my hand way over by my opposite shoulder and I turn right through. Now I can drive through, but I prefer that. From this angle here, if there's nothing in the way, then yes, it will go through and I'll end up over here. Because once I get to this point, then I just turn my hand over and it goes through. Same thing on this side here. When I go through, at one point it just flips over. Exact opposite of what we were doing yesterday. Big wind up, big swing. No wind up. Now technically yes, I can put no forearm movement into this at all, it's just that, but that's not enough for me. I actually have to move the wrist just a little bit. My own preference. From here, big swing, or little swing. Now you notice when I do the little swing, that my hips don't move. Big swing, hips move. And you notice when I'm swinging also that I'm swinging it forward about here. In other words, I'm at that range. I'm at kicking range in order to make sure I land with the cane. If I'm further out, then I stand a grazing shot of going in. It's going to go in, it's going to be a grazing shot, which is not what I'm after with this training device. Remember that essentially I'm training at kicking range, whether it's minimal or minor or major. Minor or major. Kicking range. That's the range that I'm practicing at. Same thing on this side. Minor or major. Something to play with.